Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Hollywood After Dark. Today is, of course, July 25th, 2022. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever trailer dominating the internet today. Oh my God, everyone's talking about it days later. 172 million fucking views, folks. That's some fucking crazy love for T'Challa. Rest in peace. Anyway, we're going to be talking about that and a whole bunch more here tonight. Hollywood After Dark, folks. Let's fucking go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. It is, again, Hollywood After Dark. My God. It's Monday, new week, right? And I can honestly say this. It's at post-Comic-Con. There's a little bit of that, like, post-Comic-Con release. There's not a lot of stress going on with that. You're like, oh, my God, it's all over. I don't have to sit here glued to my PC all day waiting for whatever news to drop. Some good stuff did come out today, but for the most part, guys, it's been a little bit of a quiet day, which, like, I'm not going to lie, I'm fucking cool with, man. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this last week has just been, like, insane. Maybe it's because I was off my meds. Don't quite know. It was a bit of an intense week energy-wise. Comic-Con came, Comic-Con went, and you know, I had my insanely, what I feel is a great hot take about J.J. Abrams directing Superman, which I know a lot of you out there simply do not like. But tonight I am going to be joined by a guest. You might know him. You might be aware of him. You might have seen him this weekend at the Springfield Comic-Con in Massachusetts. I know, I've never heard of it either. But he did really well there. We're talking Ty from Pop Culture Culture. Ty, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, man. How's it going?
It's going good.
I've had an eventful day, honestly.
That's good.
Yeah. So
it's been like 90 degrees out here in Washington, and my kids are like, I'm hot. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want from me? Like, take a shower. Shit.
Like, yeah, it's that's the weather. Get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink water. Stay hydrated.
Massachusetts just had 7 days in a row of like 100-degree weather. Broke records and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah, out here it's warm. It's not. It's definitely cooler right now. Thank God, it cools off pretty nice at night. But this whole week is going to be like close to 100, which is hot for Washington. You know, and so it does make you want to stay inside. Unfortunately, though, I can't watch the movies I want to watch with the kids. I want to watch The Gray Man. I still haven't seen it. I want to watch.
I got to watch it a little bit early, and you know, I'm not like bragging or anything. Obviously, you know.
Yeah. No, I know you were. I know you well enough to know that you're not humble bragging.
Yeah.
On that. Yeah.
So, but it blew my expectations away. Like,
nice.
honestly.
I've heard nothing but negative things about it. So it's like.
Really?
Good. Yeah. All the reviews came out. I think it had like a 56% of Rotten Tomatoes or some shit like this. And all I heard was like, the Russos are back with another bland action movie. And I'm like, bland? Like the fucking who? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Like, what do you bitches watch? The trailer looks amazing. It's like, when you say a bland action movie, I don't even know what that means. I hate headlines. So I'll tell you this. So the other day I had like a nice leisurely chat with an NBC News reporter.
Yep.
And I asked some questions about their side of it. And I mean, we're talking about the political divide, the culture war, especially in regards to pop culture, entertainment news. There's a massive fucking culture war that's going on with this shit. And I told her, I said, you know what I blame the most, right? She's like, what? I said, I honestly blame the headlines because they set the tone.
So you're talking about the trades, the scoopers.
I'm talking, yeah, everybody, dude. Like that's always been one of my biggest, like, the biggest problems I've had with like titling videos, right? Because you watch all these YouTube coaches or whatever, and they're like, you got to make your title sexy. Your title has to come across like a late night 1-900 ad, like you want your title to be accessible, but also dangerous and taboo, right? Like all this stupid shit. And it's just like, all I wanted to do is be like, this is what you're going to get. Not like, some of the crap you get with this shit these days. It's ridiculous nonsense, but it is unfortunately what people want. They want something sexy and they want something tittillating. Do
you believe that the thumbnail should be the same looking every time?
I mean, obviously, one of the things that I've seen with thumbnails is like, no, I think they should differ. I mean, that's kind of the problem, though, is like you do get, like, there is like rhythm and rhyme with it, right? Like, you want to have a thumbnail that is identifiable, but something that can be somewhat changed, you know? So, like, I'll give you guys like an example for what I've been like kind of playing around with a little bit is like I've been doing more movie reviews. I need to do more of them. There's like 5 movies I've watched that I haven't reviewed that I really, really, really need to. Because you know, I just want to get those. I want to get those off my plate. But Comic-Con week can happen, as well as everything else involving, you know, like not having like medication. So that threw me the fuck off. But I still watched a lot of stuff, right? So it's like, for example, let me see if I can find it here. Okay, I'll bring up these 2 images here. Let me just upload them in. You know, it's like I was playing with my thumbnails for reviews, and I kind of had like a different review style that I was like kind of not really jiving on. So I'm like, okay, well, what if I just did something like this? Simple enough.
Simple, but to the point.
Simple, but to the point. You know that it's me. You see this, my face right there. And then like the black phone. And it's like, okay, it's, you can see it. It's there, you know, and it's like identifiable. And I'm like going to mess around with the pictures and stuff. I made this in Canva, like super quick, you know, and it's just like, okay, I'll see what I can do with it. Maybe in Photoshop, kind of shoot some, you know, I'll do some modeling photos, right? I'll model myself, you know, I'll pose different like expressions. And then I just have those on standby and have that be the have that be like that. Well, how did I feel about this particular film? Did it perplex me on like on a narrative level? Did I find myself truly down the rabbit hole on whatever the next Transformers movie is?
Oh my God, I can't wait. Honestly, my guilty pleasure is the Transformers movies.
Okay, I get that. I got guilty pleasures, yeah.
So can Disha come on?
Yeah, oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, Disha can absolutely come on.
All right.
So we're bringing on a friend of Ty, who I was on stream with earlier. Didn't really get the chance to get to know very well, so we can include her on tonight. And introduce some new people into the mix. You know, maybe toss some subs over her way, toss some people over there. Because that's kind of the thing, man. I feel like that's one of the things we don't do as often as we should. And I'm fucking terrible at it. Like, I am absolutely terrible at it. Where I'm like, I have no problem bringing on people. I hate to ask. Like, that's what it is. I just hate to ask. You know. So, but I like the support, man. Support where you can. So let's see here. Hold on. Benson says you look better with the glasses on in that comparison photo. I mean, it's literally the same image I have right here on my Avi. So it's the same. It's like literally the same image. See? It's the same image. I just updated it, man. But anyway, I did see the question there from Justin Shields asking, are we talking about the Daredevil fandom tonight? No, I mean, I was approached by Dane from Actual Fandom about that. We were talking about the Snyder fans versus Daredevil fans. We were talking about, like, you know, the difference between the two fandoms and how they decided to go about the concept of trying to get their stuff done. And I actually wrote out like a fucking like 8-tweet thread about it today. Or like yesterday, maybe it was. And then I just deleted it because I'm like, it comes across as super fucking pretentious. And it comes across like I'm like attacking like the Daredevil fans, which I wasn't. But it's like there are elements there that I think are a little bit different that I want to have.
Whoa.
What?
Who's talking about Daredevil fans?
No. This is the thing. Justin was asking me about if we're going to be talking about the Daredevil fandom because of the whole Save Daredevil movement. That was very polite and very kind. And
it was beautiful.
It was great compared to the Snyder fans, which were like, you know, chomping at the bits, rabid little individuals. Some of them, not all, obviously, not even like a majority of them. But a few of them are just super dicky people.
Mercury, Geralt.
Yeah, people who use the fandom as a way to profit off of you guys. And everything else. I missed the joke about the black phone thumbnail. I guess I did. I'm sorry. But joining us, Dacia's, how you doing?
Hey. How are you?
I'm good.
This looks really familiar.
We were just doing this.
An hour ago.
That's great. Well, it was fun. I wanted to keep it going, but I also didn't really get the chance to kind of like get to know who you are necessarily. So introduce yourself to the audience. We got 70 people watching.
Yeah.
And we'll get about 1,000 at the end of it. So it's like, get some new people over your way. So pimp yourself. I want spotlight.
$3 theaters at what? 32?
Yeah, well, yeah, but let's not act like I get that many views, all right? Like,
hey, 32,000. You have a silver play button. That's nothing.
Not for this channel. Yeah, not for this channel. But I'm hoping to get another one at some point in time. Yeah.
Yeah. But Disha, who are you?
Hey. Hey, I'm Disha. Okay, so I run the channel Disha's Always Watching. I react to movies and TV shows. Not that many TV shows. People don't really give a fuck about it. But oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Am I allowed to swear?
Oh yeah.
This is
okay.
Sorry. Did you see? I should probably warn you. Have you seen the Hollywood After Dark logo?
No.
Okay, so if you look on the screen, what does that remind you of?
Pornhub.
That's
Not
right.
that I would know because I've never been on that.
Sure,
site.
absolutely. No one knows what that is. It's a dirty, sinful website, and you'll go to hell if you go there. Right? Don't touch yourself at nights, kids. It makes God cry. But yeah, so this is straight up 18 plus late night movie talk.
I'm after the show. I'm about to go watch Pornhub on that couch right there.
Well, thank you.
No, I'm just kidding.
I guess I'm kind of curious because I'm an inquisitive type individual here. Just how deep into blacked.com are you?
I don't go that far. I don't go that far.
I'll tell you this though. I go
to the homepage and then
you just look what's for you.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? I just want to have this honest conversation real quick. We're going to deviate into porn because that's again this trust me, the shit we get into on the show is insane. So if you ever feel uncomfortable on anything, let me know. We'll calm it down. But there's kind of like it goes any direction we possibly can. But back to porn. So when you like on your For You, like is it just like step family shit? Because that's like why is it always step family stuff?
Why is it always the stepsister, stepbrother, stepfather combination?
Maybe it's like a Game of Thrones thing. Everybody wants that weird Lannister shit.
Maybe, right?
You know what I think's funny is Pornhub releases their numbers every year, and you get to figure out what the biggest searches were. You'd be so shocked at what people search.
Have you ever watched the live search?
No.
Hold on, I'll bring it up. This is gonna totally get the video demonetized. But hold on. I know it. It's been a while since I've seen it there. All right, there you go. All right. I bring this up occasionally. I bring this up occasionally. It's really funny.
Is it a live?
Yes, it is. Yes, not a live showing. It's just live text. It's text of what people are actively searching for in the moment. All right. So I'm not even making this up.
I can't wait.
This is pornmd.com. So you can see here bisexual threesome, MMF,
tiny Asian,
teen pies, cream pies, barzers. Come on, brazzers. Get your spell right. Double blowjob, Latina anal, ebony milf,
hairy pussy fuck.
There you go. Extra small petite. That's a little creepy. That's yeah.
Hey, what the fuck is Tushy anal?
Oh, Tushy is a brand.
Oh.
Tushy is a brand, but Tushy is known for anal. So like why you'd look for Tushy anal? That's this is so weird.
Cheating wife, squirting orgasm. Those are
Public Agent Cream Pie. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the name of a new podcast right there. Public Agent Cream Pie.
Yeah. Hardcore squirt.
There you go, chubby mature. But you can look for orientation. I mean, gay and trans, like whatever you're into, right?
Oh.
So there's stepmom sleepy.
If you were to click one, would it bring you to Pornhub? No, don't.
Yes,
click it.
I don't know. Hold on, I can bring it up in a different window that you can't see. It definitely. Well, it brings you to, kind of Hold on, let me click on that.
I would say like another search.
Oh no, it takes you. Yeah. So I clicked on the lesbian one, and it took me over to another window, and I clicked on just one of them, and it took me over to tubebait.com, which is one of the funniest fucking names for porn. So anyway, we're 15 minutes in, we're already on the subject there, but we
derailed pretty fucking quickly there.
Like the watcher.
We were talking about the gray man.
That's true. And then the watcher says, disgusting, Matt. Humans are disgusting creatures. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea.
People think that girls don't watch porn. I've dated some girls that watched more porn than I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as a male, right? Porn is it's a thing. You don't talk about it with your friends. I mean, clearly we are right now, but you know.
Wait, you don't talk about it with your friends? I mean, like, you don't have to go into full detail on it, but it's like, I don't know, maybe I just come from a bygone era.
Oh,
you know?
well, I'll tell you this funny story. I'll tell you this funny story because it involves my mom, and obviously I lost her last.
Sorry.
I lost her last year.
Yeah, that's tragic.
But yeah, it involves my mom. So I had just watched a video, and I got in the car with my mother. I was driving. I plugged my phone in to play music, and immediately over my brand new fucking surround sound in the car, like pounding, just a girl getting smashed was playing over the speakers, and my mom was in the car with me, and I'm like fumbling to try to get the phone off to like put Lil Wayne on or something, and she just
which arguably sounds about the same.
Sounds about the same, but anything to get out of that awkward situation. And then like I just looked at my mother the whole ride, and I'm like, listen, I'm sorry, and she's like she was majestic about it. And at the last minute, right? Last minute, we're about to get out and go into the store, and she just goes, well, I had my suspicions about you, and then just walks away. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, she just left it ominous, and that was my mother.
My mom found my...
She was a religious woman, if that makes sense.
Okay. My mom was always, I would say, pretty progressive on that front, right? So, like, I was 17, and my buddy had gotten, this is the 90s. So my friend had gotten, like, I had gotten one of those, like, satellite, you had a bunch of pirated channels, like the black box on satellite cable.
Oh, my God. The ones that when we were, like, 8, it would be scrambled.
Yeah, but, like, they knew the DirecTV guys, so they got the thing, right? They got the whole everything. And so, like, my friend had recorded me, like, a couple hours of, like, Vivid television, and which is way more hardcore than Spice. And I had, like, left it, I had marked it the Simpsons tape, figuring, like, my mom wouldn't touch it, right?
Right.
And so I was at work, and I asked my mom to, like, record me The Simpsons. I said, just use the tape that's in the VCR. Because I had a little 13-inch, like, you know, TV VCR combo in my room. So she goes and she sees the Simpsons tape. She puts it in and she hits play.
No!
Right? So she takes it out. She leaves it in the VCR for me to find, right? And then she left it there. She left it there, and she's like, I expect you to get rid of that. And I'm all like,
I'm not gonna.
Sure. Eventually I did, because I lent it to a friend and he never gave it back, the son of a bitch. But still, it was just like, you know, that's the kind of crap you deal with back in the day. Anyway, so joining us real quick, so we'll move on. This, like, I know it's Dacia's very first time here.
No.
I apologize for how crazy it got real quick. But we play it up, so
I literally texted her, and I go, because she texted me, and she was like, you know, oh, do you, you know, I don't have like big ties to DC. Is that all you talk about? And I was like, no. And then the first thing she hears is porn.
Well, I figured my
guys doing? Oh my!
Dude, some weird
Oh yeah, sorry.
What an introduction.
Kaden and RJ are here, the two resident prudes. We're fine. We're good.
Not prudes. We've just been used to this. We've been around for a while. I can't just like This isn't like the baby learn how to swim where you throw it into the damn pool.
You throw them in the deep end, RJ. You throw them in the This is fucking YouTube.
Wow. So you let her drown and in all this conversation. Okay.
I have a question for the panel. Implications of Miss Marvel's final scene, her being confirmed as a mutant. What comes next?
For what?
For mutants.
Oh, Deadpool comes next.
But how do you confirm? Because if Kamala is a mutant, and the genes have been in her the whole time, then how are they like? Are the mutants going to have they been on Earth 616 the whole time?
Well, it depends if like okay, so with mutants, there's different various versions of how they activate their X gene, and how long they've been on Earth because we know
And
the very first,
we
the
need to
very
step.
first, the very at least the person that claims to be the very first mutant is Apocalypse, who was during the
Yes,
Egyptian
yes,
time,
yes,
and
and meets Kang
yeah, who at that time was Ramatut.
Ramatut. Yeah,
So So I honestly would not be surprised if during Kang Dynasty, if there is a reference to when there is a variant of Kang as Ramatut who has experienced a mutant. If we aren't
and
met with
knows.
mutants yet,
But that leads me to the question. Now we have Deadpool, right? So we have the one confirmed
also I wouldn't be
X-Man.
surprised if Feige course corrects other people who were supposed to be mutants and that but were changed into Inhumans because of Ike's Inhuman is mutants situation. Like Quake.
Right,
I wouldn't be
right.
surprised if she's
Well,
introduced
yeah,
into the
yeah,
MCU
yeah.
and she's actually
So,
a mutant rather than an
so
Inhuman.
Tisha, did you watch Agents of Shield?
No.
Girl.
That's okay. Most people didn't.
Yeah, it's fine, honestly.
I
You don't
watched
Well,
actually I watched the first couple episodes and then I fell off of it.
well, yeah.
That's actually understandable because that
that
first
is,
season was not very good.
yeah. No, that's super understandable. But basically, they brought in the Inhumans because they didn't have the rights to the X-Men, right?
Yeah.
So they introduced the idea of the Terrigen Mist. So the
Yeah.
Terrigen Mist is what unlocks in Inhumans' powers and abilities, right?
Yeah.
So they go into like a stasis and then come out. It's almost like once
And
you
isn't that
turn.
what Kamala was supposed to be an Inhuman?
Yes,
Yeah, originally in the comics,
Yeah.
yes.
yes, but they're changing it because they're going down a certain narrative, and that's the bringing in the X-Men gene. So that's why I'm asking, because Wolverine, if Wolverine's been around for the whole time, if he's been on, and now when I say Earth 616, I'm talking about the MCU. Unfortunately, they should not have been labeled 616 because that's the
It's
comics.
19999.
Yes, it's 1999. And so have the X-Men been there the whole time? And what does that mean for Wolverine? Did he fight alongside Captain America in World War II like they did in the comics? Like, how are they going to do this? How are they like?
I honestly think
It's
if
called
Wolverine,
Secret Wars and manipulating times and
well,
timelines.
but I also think if they are going to reveal that the mutants have been on Earth 616/19999 for this whole time, I think, yeah, with Wolverine, if they're going to reveal that he fought alongside a Captain America, they're going to be like he fought alongside a Captain America, which we all know now that there was Isaiah Bradley who had the moniker of Captain America, but really wasn't Captain America. So he could have been fighting alongside him during that time.
Caden,
So,
you fucking genius.
or he could have been he could have accidentally been fighting alongside Bucky Barnes as the Winter Soldier. Who knows?
What?
I don't know. I just work here.
I mean, like if
Pretty
they
much,
go
yeah.
that
I'm just
route,
like,
he's
Well,
been around for-
no. Bucky was it could never have been Bucky. Because
As what, being the first mutant?
No, because Bucky. If he was fighting alongside Bucky, in a different, before Steve got there or after.
No, like so basically because we all know that Winter Soldier's been around even like after like the first Avenger events, like he became Winter Soldier.
He became the weapon.
Yeah, so honestly, I would not be surprised even if like Wolverine has fought alongside him, like on like if there just been a like right time type of thing, right place, right time where they're both had to fight someone and alongside someone, and even then also fight alongside Isaiah Bradley. Like I would not be surprised if like he's fought alongside both.
Okay.
So then it's like,
I
but
guess the real question is, Disha, did you watch any of the Disney Plus shows?
All of them. Except
All of them?
What If I dropped off of, in Hawkeye I dropped off of.
Oh my God. I just fell in love with her. She's the only other
You
person.
pointed at Jarbo. You fell in love with Jarbo?
No, her.
Well, we know he loves Jarbo. We already know that.
I love Jarbo.
A lot of people
No,
have a love-hate
no.
relationship with me. It's
No.
either or.
What if was so fucking boring? It
No,
was
I
so
liked
boring.
it.
No,
I
it
just didn't
wasn't.
have time for
It
it.
wasn't
Yes, it
boring.
was.
It
No,
was,
it-
it was,
are you
it wasn't
fucking
boring.
kidding me?
It
It
was
was
just
so
executed.
boring.
Oh my
There's
God.
a lot of good
executed
episodes
wrong.
in there. There's a couple.
All right,
just like any anthology.
It should
show,
have been
there's episodes
45
that don't
minutes, then a half hour. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
it should have been longer or in 2 parts. But the episode where Hank Pym was like going on that murderous rampage and shit, and
That was
fucking Nick
great.
Fury had to literally, isn't it the one he had to like team up with Loki in order to like
Yeah.
save shit?
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
to figure it out, like that was opening the door for a really cool like storyline. You know, the Captain Carter episode was great. Obviously, the Doctor Strange one very much tied into Multiverse of Madness to kind of open the door for that one. The final 3 episodes having the arc that they did was great. You know, and yeah, fucking watch it again, dude. Jesus,
I just am not a fan of Marvel animation.
they're one show of animation.
No, all Marvel animation.
You mean the one under Kevin Feige? Just the one
Well-
show under Kevin Feige?
Well,
Hold
okay,
on, wait a minute. Are you telling me that Hulk versus Wolverine and Hulk versus Thor you don't like?
I didn't like the Marvel animation.
How the? Oh
What?
my god, dude! Hulk,
Yeah.
those are fucking excellent.
No, yeah, they weren't for me. Hulk in general is a character I don't like. I don't find him interesting at all.
What?
Yeah,
I
I
can't
know.
even say anything. That's how I feel about Captain America. I just can't with him. I don't know why.
Ouch.
I know. Everyone's like, I fucking love this man. I would die for him. And I'm just like, I don't get it.
Do you like Sam Wilson?
I love Sam Wilson.
Oh, okay. So you like,
Is it just that Captain America is like too straight laced?
It may have been he's just too perfect. And I like weird people. I don't know why. I like Superman. I don't like Captain America, but they're both seem like they're trying to be like perfect.
They're
But for
Boy
one it works
Scouts.
for me, in the other it doesn't.
Yeah, they're Boy Scouts. Their moral compass will not allow them to do anything that would compromise their integrity. So, for the greater good, all that kind of stuff. That's why I've always looked up to Captain America. But I'm also a Batman guy, right? Because Batman will have a contingency for everything. Batman prepares for the worst, but prays for the best, right? That's the best part about Batman. And my favorite line of all time is that when Batman in the animated movies goes, when they're talking about, oh, you have ways or contingencies against all the Justice League, and then they're like, what about Superman? And he's like, the Justice League, and he's like, I formed you guys. Fucking mic drop. I was like, God, like DC animation is so good. It's so good. And I think that's why Marvel animation is so subpar to me.
Well, I mean, DC has been able to nail it now for the last nearly 30 years in regards to like the animated series and things like that. Whereas Marvel was owned, they were working through Lionsgate as a distributor for back before selling to Disney. Disney XD took over. I mean, canceled the Spectacular Spider-Man, which was an excellent show produced through Sony.
That's still
Right.
heartbreaking.
And then I remember when Marvel was bought by Disney, the very first animated movie that came out was that anime where it was like Punisher and Agents of like Punisher and Blackwood. I forget what the fuck it was called. But it was an anime, and I tried watching it, and I wanted to like put a bullet in my skull. It was so bad. It was just so bad. Not all anime is bad. Not all anime is good. Okay, we've established that on this show.
Yeah.
But but then Disney, look, with Marvel Television being under the purview of Ike Perlmutter and now being under Kevin Feige, and we're gonna see some better shit.
Yeah.
However,
of course.
I think What If it has a lot of very interesting stories to tell. But I will say though, I was watching this today. I saw the very first interaction that Batman and Superman had on I think it was a Batman animated series.
It was the Batman Superman World's Finest crossover special, the movie. Yeah.
Oh, where they're in the bar.
So in the bar where they're meeting as Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent.
No, it was Batman. It was like beating up mobsters, trying to find out where the Joker is. And he's in Metropolis. Superman rolls up, is all like, yo, I ain't gonna stand for like vigilantism. And then Batman just like throws Superman. And then Superman comes back and like, shoulder checks Batman. And then Batman just pulls out like a little rock of kryptonite, like, oh, what's this, bitch? Oh, it only takes a little. It only takes a little, huh? And then like Batman's like, get the fuck out of my way. Basically.
Literally.
And it's just like, that was cool. Look, as much as I bitch about Superman, and I did this whole rant about it last night.
Yeah, we were very incorrect. Yes,
I was not incorrect. I was 100% correct. It's my show. I'm 100% right.
Wow.
No, I anyway, but I watched that clip today. I was like, man, like that shit's fucking cool. Like that's the interaction that I want to see. And that of course is the expectation the audiences have now, which is why I go back to the notion of just get rid of all live action and just focus on animation. That's my take. Yeah, DC. Marvel knows what it's doing. But I have noticed a large amount of apathy when it comes to Marvel. Like after Phase 4, there's a lot of hype about it, but then I've also noticed some apathy setting in, where like people are like,
I
it seems cool.
For myself, but there's been more hype and more like, okay, we're on board now versus apathy. I think there's more apathy when Phase 4 was like going, but now that we have like a roadmap, it's more like, oh, cool. Now it's like we know what's going on. We're okay with this. We're excited for what's coming next.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting side of it, where we, getting to see as far down the road as we are was really cool. But it's kind of like, I don't know, like it's not that I'm not interested. Like I'm really excited for a lot of it, but it's also like, because I know it's coming, at least I know I can like, I don't have to like, wonder what's coming. So it does kind of give me a bit of a sense of ease as a fan. Like I can just get excited for this kind of stuff. But I'm also just more interested in like in other movies that are coming out. I think that's kind
of course. I mean, that's
where
like the balance you need to have, though. Where it's
well,
like,
yeah,
it can't be about that. It needs to be about like everything. Like,
well, it's like I want to see Nope, because did you see?
Dude,
Was it bad or was it good?
No, like the UFO shit in it is unbelievably realistic and amazing. Like I went in because of the UFO, because I'm obsessed with like aliens and all that shit, and I was blown away. I was blown away because I don't really care for Peel, right? I didn't care for Get Out. I mean, I watched it and I understood why everyone loved it. It was definitely great. What was the other one?
Us.
I did not see, but then I did see Nope. So far, Nope is definitely my favorite because of the sheer sci-fi to it. It was everything I wanted at the exact time that I wanted it. Matt knows because I've been going all UFO lately, and then all of a sudden Nope drops, and it's all about that. So it was amazing though. I gave it like an 8.5.
Nice.
Out of 10, of course. So definitely check it out.
Well, did you guys see Logan Paul's review of it?
That kid's a fucking idiot.
Oh, no, he's absolutely a fucking idiot. But he was all like, he basically trashed the movie, and someone had said, like, of course you would hate it. It's aimed at people like you. And I'm all like, yeah, it kind of is, right? Like, what would happen if Logan Paul saw a UFO? What would he do, like, to try to get its attention? Like, how many fake dead bodies would he plant in a forest? That's... he faked that whole thing, right?
Wait,
that whole Suicide Forest video, he faked it.
That was fake?
Yeah, that was fake. Okay. Hold on. Let me red pill you on this real quick, all right? Because I actually went through frame by frame. Like, that's my level of, like, when I get, that's my, I think, like, autism kicking in. Because, like, I dove into this thing a couple of years ago.
Whoa. But didn't the authorities get involved?
Nope. Well, actually, yeah, they did. Guess what? There's been no follow-up on there. They wanted to talk to Logan Paul because they didn't find a body. And I can prove to you that they didn't find a body. It's in the video.
So basically what you're saying is, number one, he didn't go to actual...
No, he went to the forest.
But there's dead bodies in the forest all the time.
They're dead. Yes, there are. If you watch the Vice documentary about Akigahara and
there's
about like
dead bodies everywhere.
They're not everywhere. The bodies are back, but they are miles back into the forest.
You're saying he went like a little bit in.
Yeah, he says in the video, he says we're about 300 feet away from the entrance.
Oh, that's fucking.
There's
you can
no
see the
dead body.
highway.
There's no dead body. They also say twice in the opening of the video, there's no cell reception. Yet they were able to immediately contact the authorities from where they found the body. The
Huh.
body
Can't you
was
call the cops without cell phone reception?
no.
I thought that was one of those numbers that you can no matter what.
no.
'Cause I
I
know
think
I've called it on a phone that doesn't even have a SIM card in it.
I think you can do that if it doesn't have a SIM card. If you don't have
Okay.
like a
No, Matt. She's right.
I don't
She's right.
I don't
I
don't
don't
know about
100% know. It would be something I'd have
I
to
mean, but
check.
this is Japan.
No,
It's not America.
no,
So I mean,
Disha, do not.
Yeah, Japan could have different laws too.
Disha, don't test that theory.
Yeah, you can call 911 without cell service.
Is it everywhere or just the U.S.?
You can text 911.
how do you call if you have no reception?
Because it acts more like a walkie-talkie at that point.
But
Yeah,
if
I
you
don't
still
think
have
they
no
use,
reception,
Like normal landlines, they
in
use
Japan,
something else.
everywhere you can call. Everywhere you can call.
okay,
the
fine.
emergency.
Like, but either way, they make sure to state twice in the opening of the video that there's no cell reception. Setting that whole thing in mind. Okay, whatever, fine. You want if that's the case, that's the case. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter though.
No, you're right. It doesn't matter.
But again, I've seen enough dead bodies because I spent a lot of time on 4chan back in the day, and a hanging victim is not just going to be hanging there like that.
No,
If you look at the body is not slumped over. The body is rigid. Now, one could argue that rigor mortis had set in because rigor mortis sets in 90 minutes after death. However, rigor mortis is not permanent, and rigor mortis will stop up to 18 hours after death.
What can you
So-
explain what rigor mortis is?
Rigor mortis
Someone-
is basically the tensing up of the body. You know when they say they come across a body and it's stiff?
Yeah.
That's rigor mortis. That's where the body stiffens up. But it's not
Okay.
permanent. Right?
Okay.
It's like the whole like zombie shuffle thing is like a body with rigor mortis and it's trying to like move. But
Yeah.
after 18 hours, no, it goes back to just being a limp body. Like rigor mortis is not permanent.
Okay.
So the whole thing with that though is the body, if you look, the person is just kind of hanging there, but is really touching the ground. Like it's really, really close to the ground. A person who kills themselves via hanging is going to be slumped over. They're not. And then here's the other thing too. If you look at the discoloration of the hands, because you see them very briefly in the video, the discoloration is there as if there's blood pooling. But the thing is though, is that when a person's dead and there's no part to pump the blood through the veins, the blood pools. So actually the skin starts to go pale. So the blood would all fall to the bottom of the body. So it'd be really red around the legs and calves and stuff because that's where the blood trickles down to. Whereas like the hands and the extremities would actually be pale. In this case, they were very discolored. Like they were kind of like blue, like it was cold or it was submerged in water or something. So I thought that was makeup. Additionally, at about the 6-minute 58-second mark, you can see the body itself move. His hands move. So you can see the person, whoever the hell it is, shift a little bit while they're there. It's just maybe natural or whatever, because while they're trying to film it. But the real kicker on that whole thing is when they go and they are walking out of the forest and they see the paramedics run by. You see 3 paramedics holding a yellow stretcher, right? And he's like, oh, the body is that way. And he points him off, and then they take off into the woods, and then Logan and his pals go and like drink sake bombs and shit next to their car, right? While they're talking about it. And they interview other people and whatever. But at the last shot before they leave, you can see the paramedics return to their vehicle directly behind Logan Paul, holding the stretcher, no body. And there's no coroner that's there to retrieve the body.
Which would be there.
A coroner would show up or something. I don't know if Japan, whoever runs their morgue. Yes, that person would go out and collect the body because that's how you do dead body transport. So no, there was no body. So when the authorities were like, we want to talk to Logan Paul, they want to know where the fuck is the body?
Right.
And Logan Paul is never going to mention it again because why would he?
Because he doesn't want to get found out.
Yeah, because at this point, him maintaining the lie, because it's been 4 years, him maintaining the lie is far more valuable to him than him owning up to the fact that he was full of shit. Right? And if I ever met Logan Paul, I'd flat out ask him. I'd be like, so how'd you fake it? And then I would list every single thing I just said to you. I'd be like, your video proved it was fake. Just fucking admit it. I don't care if you want to admit it publicly. Just admit it to me that I'm right.
Right.
You know, because I'm a pretty observational person. So it's like I went through this thing fucking bit by. I even went to like Google Maps and was like zooming into like Akigahara Forest and trying to like pinpoint where they were in the parking lot to figure out like to the entrance to the forest. Like there's an underground like ice cave sort of thing right there, or some underground cave formation that's actually like a tourist destination.
Okay.
And I wanted to call them and be like, so did somebody get injured on this date?
Right.
You know, or something along those lines. Is that why the paramedics were there? Right. Or did they actually call the paramedics to the forest? I don't know.
Right.
But again, it's like, and I don't speak Japanese, so it'd kind of be a fruitless endeavor. But yeah, I mean, like just that whole thing was fucking fake.
Okay.
But a lot of people out there, they thought it was real because they think Logan Paul would do something that stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was real. I thought he was that stupid. I honestly admit it. But
He is though. He is
Yeah.
that
Oh, he's
stupid.
fucking, I was at VidCon in 2017 when he did his weird, like, I'm going to run through the crowd and I'm going to like run up to the fountain and like, you know, the drones flying overhead. You can actually see me in the footage, like the drone footage. I'm off to like the top right or whatever with some friends. And we're just watching like all these like it looked like a zombie movie, right? Because like Logan Paul is running and he's being chased by this this insane crowd of like young girls that are just like, oh my God, Logan Paul, you know? And then we're just like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, Jesus Christ. Although I will say I did get, are you guys familiar with Tana Mojo?
Tanacon.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And imagine now.
Yeah, whatever the hell. Who gives a fuck what her name is?
Yeah,
but
I know.
So the do you know about the iDubbbz incident?
Yep.
Okay, so iDubbbz went to her one of her meetups, and he embarrassed her by getting, you know, posing for a picture with her, and then said, "Say N-word," right? And like
Right.
her shocked reaction, and it was this whole big thing. And so I'm at VidCon 2017. I'm walking through the lobby of the Hilton, and here comes Tana, just on her phone. And I'm not a big fan. I don't like her. So I just got up like maybe 10 feet away, right? And she's just on her phone, not paying attention. And then I just yelled out, "Oh my God, iDubbbz is here." And she just perks her head up, looks around, and takes off running.
Oh my God.
And then that caught the attention of like a couple girls who just started chasing her out of the building. And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. You know,
Oh, God.
it's like, fuck. Anyway, Simon here for $5, buddy. Thank you. Says here, just saw Nope. I get the Jaws reference. Also visually, I was getting Flight of the Navigator vibes. I don't know anything about the movie on that front. So,
Why is the Aircut account claiming that Hamada is gone right now?
oh, I can actually touch upon that. By the way, thank you, Simon. I do want to go see Nope. I'll try to see it this
I need to
week.
go see it too.
Yeah,
I highly recommend it.
it looks like it's going to be a fun movie. All right, so this is bringing this up here. All right, this is Warner Brothers Discovery, their website. By the way, that's cool because it's Shark Week. Oh yeah, great. Shark Week is a big ass fucking discovery thing. So of course it's going to be there. Although what their stock price is only $14.66 a share.
Yeah.
I should
Wow.
maybe I should invest a little bit. I do think it's going to grow.
I actually already did.
Well, way to humble brag. No, I'm kidding.
Well, no, I as soon as Zaslav came in, I invested.
It's for the best. I think he's going to do well. That's a great looking image, though. All right, so this is what they're talking about here, right? You've got this is their leadership team. So we can see here, like David Zaslav is president and CEO, and no one else on this particular page. But then you look at brands and businesses, right? So you see Pam Abdi, chairperson and CEO of Warner Brothers Film Group, Casey Bloys, chief content officer of HBO and HBO Max, Mike DeLuca, chairperson and CEO of Warner Brothers Film Group. Channing Dugney, chairman Warner Brothers Television Group. She came over from ABC, I think.
Yeah.
And then and then that's what it is. Mike DeLuca. That's what it boils down to, right? And
There's
so you
no
don't.
Toby Emmerich. There's no Ultramata. There's no.
Now, why is that?
Yeah, but
Alienation.
Hamada wouldn't be on here anyway.
Yeah.
Hamada wouldn't be on here because there's none of the. These are like the brands and businesses teams, right?
Yeah, it would have been under Toby Emmerich.
It'd be under Toby Emmerich if that would be the thing. So no, they're like Pam Abdi and DeLuca are both chairperson and CEO of Warner Brothers Film Group, which again soon their responsibilities are going to shift and split. But of course you wouldn't see Hamada on here.
Right.
So that's what they're talking about. They're trying to argue
Yeah.
that because Hamada's not there, it means that he's fired. Now, will he survive the year? Probably not.
No, I think it's pretty realistic to say he's probably going to get replaced by somebody.
But they need somebody really, really good. I saw people trying to argue that Mike DeLuca is the new, is the new Kevin Feige, right? Like he's the new guy.
They say that about everybody.
Oh, they do. They do.
Like Jason Kylar. He was supposed to be the savior of the Snyderverse. I mean, he was crucial in getting the Snyder Cut released, but they looked upon him as a god until they didn't, and then they turned on him. They turned on everybody. They've already
They already
turned-
started turning
they
on
turned
Zaslav.
on Zaslav the day the fucking of the what was it called again? I
The
always
Upfront?
forget. The upfront. They turned on him that day.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but even like again, even look at the fact that everyone was like, "Oh, The Rock will bring back Henry Cavill. The Rock will do this. The Rock will do that." And then, of course, Henry Cavill didn't show up this last weekend, and certain people are now attacking The Rock, and they're now attacking. Still they're attacking everything going on over there. Still thinking that Zach is coming back, and as we've talked about multiple times, Zach ain't coming back. But that's what's going on with that tie. This is what's going on. It's literally a nothing burger.
It's basically a nothing burger that gets exploded into being something because it happens all the time.
That's essentially what it boils
All
down
the
to.
time.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay. It's it's someone out there who's looking for a connection. Like, it is conspiratorial across the board. And that is the crazy thing about it, is that it is super conspiratorial. And it's people who don't understand how Hollywood works, don't understand how any of this stuff work. But they just want to act like they do, So now Rational here does say, didn't you say Hamada was going to stay? Yeah, I thought he would because of the success of the Batman and Aquaman and Shazam. I mean, Shazam did well enough to warrant a sequel. But the thing with Hamada, people need to realize, is his job is to bring people, is like to lower the budget, right? Like the reason why Tom Rothman was brought in to take over Sony was not just because of Amy Pascal and those email leaks. It had a lot to do with his ability to manage budgets. And that's kind of where these things are now. So, I mean, but what they need somebody with the vision. And I don't think Hamada was ever even given enough time to incorporate a vision, because he was kind of handed this mess, right? Would there be any other way to describe walking in 2018, going like, oh, this is a functioning ship?
Right.
No. And that's why Zach isn't coming back. That's why they're not, Cavill probably isn't coming back. It has a lot to do with the fact that they need to course correct. And that is more or less just canceling everything. I mean, even Samantha Bee got canceled today. Full Frontal with Samantha Bee.
Yeah, Full Frontal. I mean, her show didn't do that well anyway.
You know what? I'll tell you this, man. The weirdest thing happened with Full Frontals. I used to watch it a while ago, because I don't have cable television, so I would wait for the clips to pop up on YouTube. And YouTube's algorithm would like show you clips, right? Like if you watch, like I watch the Tonight I watch the Seth Meyer and a little bit of Colbert. I don't touch Fallon, period. But like I watch, some of the monologues here and there and stuff, and it doesn't even recommend me, Samantha Bee at all. And I think the big problem with that is because she's only on once a week. And I think when you're doing a cable television
late night show
Monday every day,
through Friday,
yeah, or Monday
at
through
least.
Thursday, yeah, it's at least, right? But it's like doing, Last Week Tonight is on Sunday nights at 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. or whatever. That's its slot, and it's been around now for years. Everyone knows its time slot. You know that after you get done watching whatever it is on HBO, no, it's 11 p.m. because you watch like Game of Thrones and then whatever else is after it. Then it's Last Week Tonight, so you know what you're getting. It's like Sunday night is primetime television. So it is prime time, but I'm just saying it's stupid.
Yep,
But
it is. It is. It is. So I know that a lot came out at San Diego Comic-Con for Marvel. I mean, the Daredevil show seems to be central focus. Do you guys think it's going to be a variant? We've seen Charlie Cox in the the MCU in Spider-Man. Were there any signs that it was the same Daredevil or a different Daredevil, different Matt Murdock? What are you guys' thoughts?
I think it's the same Matt Murdock.
It's same but different.
I think it's the same, but like
That's
it's
a
slightly
very,
tweaked a
very,
little bit.
very, but that's a very broad answer. What is
Well,
that?
that's-
Well, it is. It's just I
Same
think
but
it's gonna like he's gone through similar events to what we've seen before, but maybe it's like slightly different, where a couple things may not line up exactly.
Okay. So, I think Matt said it the other day. He's just not going to be as bloody and brutal.
I hope not. I hope he is. I want to see D'Onofrio decapitate a motherfucker with the door.
With the door, I just talked about
Right?
that.
Or the Punisher kick a bunch of motherfuckers' asses in the prison.
Speaking of that, will we see the Punisher? Will we see Iron Fist, who didn't get a fair shake until season 3? Will we see Luke Cage? Will we see the Defenders again? Or is Daredevil maybe a trial?
I think
Well,
Sorry,
we know
go
that
ahead, Kate.
we're gonna feel the presence of Jessica Jones when we have Daredevil and Echo, and then Jessica Jones may be in the Daredevil series.
I
So,
thought she was rumored for She-Hulk.
no.
No, in She-Hulk,
He was.
he's looking for her.
Yeah, and She-Hulk and Echo, he's looking for Jessica Jones.
Yeah. So she won't pop up until the Daredevil
Matt
Born Again
Murdock?
series.
Murdoch is looking for her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm hoping is he's going to be trying to put together a team.
That's the I already put in for that screener Daredevil for Daredevil. I was like, I call it. I don't know if I'll get it though.
You're like it's 2 years away, but fuck it, dibs.
I already called dibs on Winchester. Not that anyone else would want it, but the prequel to Supernatural.
Does that
Yeah.
come out in August or September? When does that come out?
September, I think.
Which one?
Winchester.
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 Yeah.
My only experience with that is I went to the
11th.
Winchester house once.
October. Yeah, it's October. Is it October 11th or November 10th?
October 11th.
Yeah, so October 11th. That dude, I cannot wait. I cannot. Disha, you watch Supernatural, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not all the way caught up because I started watching it with like another channel. But
Ooh,
they're so good.
We could start watching that. I would love to help narrate. I can quote that every single episode, the whole show. Not the whole show. I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating. But I'm so diehard Supernatural.
Then she walks down the staircase, and then out comes a ghost and pushes her down the street. Wait, why is
Ty
she
can
down-
provide audio narration for each episode.
Right?
Just close your eyes, Daisha. Close your eyes and listen to me describe it.
Yeah. Jensen Ackles with his body. It's so firm. It's so tight.
Oh, what the?
All right, this
Hey,
is
Just
like
turn into
what?
something else.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already moved on from that discussion, Ty.
Hey,
But way to
listen,
bring it back. Way to bring it back, buddy.
Listen. I am a straight male, but Jensen Ackles and Chris Evans are beautiful men. Beautiful men.
I just want someone to clip that out. Ty going, I am a straight male.
Someone,
And then
now someone's gonna clip that, right?
probably.
Yeah. So no, I am a straight male, but like as any straight male would, when guys are pretty or handsome, I should say, right? Like Brad Pitt, they're undeniably a good-looking gentleman. Chris Evans, Jensen Ackles. I don't know how people
Henry
feel
Cavill, man.
Yeah, I don't know, but
That
I
dude
don't
is
know.
just sexy.
Yeah, I don't know how people feel about Chris Hemsworth because he's like He's almost too big. Disha, you're the only girl here, or you're the only. You identify as a female, correct?
Yeah, I do that.
I listen. I don't like that we have to say it. But I'm not getting in trouble for it anymore. So you identify as a woman. What do you think about Chris Hemsworth?
He's much hotter than his ugly brother Liam.
Ooh!
Wow.
I know. Oh, that's wicked mean. I shouldn't have said it like that. I think he's more attractive than his brother. What's the other brother's name? Is there a third Hemsworth?
There's the third Hemsworth. That's on
There's
Westworld.
3 Hemsworth brothers, yeah.
And he's in Westworld, and he's the best.
Is the third one hot?
There's Luke and there's Liam.
No, Luke is one of the best fucking characters in Westworld.
Oh, I'd say Luke's better looking than Liam.
Hands down, Luke is one of the best because him and Jeffrey Wright, their arc is the best in Westworld. Hands down. Hands fucking down.
So I think Chris Hemsworth he's good looking. I'm not a big fan of blondes.
Are you a brunette guy?
Yeah. I like really, really dark hair.
Okay.
She's like I like Loki.
Oh, fucking yeah.
Who doesn't like
And
Loki?
Iron Man.
Well, Loki.
What about Paul Rudd? What about Ant-Man? How you feel about him?
He's just
in Ant-Man or just Paul Rudd in general?
Just Paul Rudd in general.
Oh wow, that sentence that just came to my head was fucking awful. I was gonna say he reminds me of like my dad that I'd want to fuck, but it's like I can't say that because that's gross. He reminds me of my dad.
To be fair, we were just kind of having a good conversation earlier.
Hey.
So you're saying he's a dilf?
He's a dilf.
I'm still in love with him from Clueless.
Well, the thing is,
oh, don't even get me started on that
he was
movie.
creeping on his stepsister.
No, to be fair, she creeped on him. She creeped.
And to be fair, they didn't actually grow up together.
They didn't grow up together. I think they were only married like 2 years, right? It was like 2 years that her dad and his mom were together.
And she was already like in like 17, 18 by then. I think she was like
no,
16.
she was like 15. She was 16
Oh, I
in the
thought
movie.
she was 16 getting her license. Yeah.
And so he was in college. I still love that line. I mean, the Dan Hayeta line when he's all like, "I've got a shotgun and a shovel, and no one will miss you." I still love that line. Or just because I used to live in LA, and when I got to LA, it's all like it's the Valley. You can get to anywhere in the Valley in 20 minutes, and I'm all like, "That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie."
That is a lie.
I think what's his name again? Paul Rudd. I think Paul Rudd's better looking than Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, but you know what it is though? It's like Chris Hemsworth. I get it. I can see it. Yeah.
Oh well, people forget that Paul Rudd. I mean, he was a romantic comedy actor. He was.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
That's why I was so mad when he became a
Yeah.
superhero. And then I'm like, okay, they picked a good one for him, I guess.
Yeah, he was a heartthrob when it came down to like all those other romantic comedies, and then all of a sudden he's thrust into the MCU into like a purely comedic aspect, and it changed his whole dynamic.
And then they made him like kind of the most
he was in
part
Parks
of
and
the
Rec
MCU.
as well. He was in Parks and Rec before Ant-Man.
Yeah, but he
was stupid in Parks and Rec.
No, don't even say because Parks and Rec. I watch Parks and Rec almost every fucking night. The one thing they say about Bobby Newport is, well, he's attractive, but he's an idiot.
Yeah, but it's still a dumb comedy character he plays. He's not a dumb rom.
Okay, but what about like I Love You Man? Like he was really good in I Love You Man.
Yeah, he was.
Him and Jason Segel were great together.
They were so good together. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, does anyone here remember Halloween 6? Paul Rudd in Halloween 6?
Oh my God, Disha just said that in the chat. That's so weird.
Yeah,
I thought he was in there. I'm like, oh my gosh, he was in that. Yeah, wasn't that the first thing he was ever in?
I think so. Yeah.
Six, yeah.
And it's like I remember watching that when I was a kid, when I was much younger, and going like, "Hey, that's the guy from Clueless, man." You know, fucking.
Yeah.
I like Paul. I've always enjoyed Paul Rudd. I thought I'm glad to see he's always getting he's always kind of just a lovable guy and stuff. And I think he does well as Ant-Man. Not a big fan of Evangeline Lilly.
He is legit the sexiest man alive.
That is
because he doesn't age.
That is true. He was really good in Knocked Up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes, he was.
Or it was 40-Year-Old Virgin as well. Like when he's like this, him and Seth Rogen had good chemistry. You know, funny thing is, I was reading Reddit yesterday about like something with Henry Cavill, right? And the whole fucking comment section just devolved into quotes from Grandma's Boy. And I'm all like,
Hey, Matt.
I love this. I love that here it is, almost 20 years later and this movie is still getting love.
Matt.
What?
What was that Film Junkie short you wanted me to watch?
It was the one where it's the one about the Rolling Stone article. That's the one I want you to watch.
So it
Yeah.
says what, the Zack Snyder bots ridiculousness?
I think that would probably be it. Yeah. Jess here for $2 says Paul Rudd was in an SNES commercial. That's right, he was. He was in a SNES commercial way back in the day.
SNES.
So yeah, no, good for him. I mean, again, like, it's kind of funny going back. Like every time I think of Jeremy Renner, everyone's like, "Oh man, I loved him in like The Hurt Locker," and I'm all like, "Did you ever see National Lampoon Senior Trip from like '97?" He's the star of that movie. He's in a National Lampoon movie where like a bunch of seniors go on a booze and drug fueled road trip to Washington D.C. and he's the main guy. And then after that movie came and kind of bombed, I didn't see him for a while until a few years down the road when I swear to God he popped up in a Pizza Hut commercial. So I'm just saying, like, actors, they will be in different things, like, it's just, I mean, and that's always kind of fun. Like, what was Ryan Gosling in? He was with Britney Spears in the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. He was like it was him, Justin Timberlake, and Britney Spears, and Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. Back when the Disney Channel really was a star maker.
And I'm forgetting someone else. Someone else was also involved, but I'm forgetting their name. But yeah, they were part of the Mickey Mouse Club.
There's a lot. There's that. Anyway, so one of the things I want to cover here, because I saw this pop up today, was the Aragon television series.
So excited for this, man! I love these books.
Terrible books, but I mean, I tried reading the first one. It bored me to tears.
It really seems like Disney Plus is building their fantasy stuff with Percy Jackson, Aragon, and Chronicles. I mean, Spiderwick Chronicles.
Oh, they're doing Spiderwick?
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I'm still waiting to find any information on Netflix's Chronicles of Narnia adaptations.
Same. I'm just like
what's up with that shit? Like, where's Aslan?
Like, because a person interviewed Henry, and the guy who plays Henry, and he was like, yeah, they're still doing it. They're doing the Prince Caspian stuff, so it'll probably be with Ben Barnes. I'm like, I'm just waiting.
Waiting. Have you Daisha, have you read these books?
No, my ex was trying to get me to read them, and I'm like, I can't because I saw the first movie and it was fucking trash. And he's like, yeah, ruins it for everybody.
No, the story ruined it for everybody.
The movie was bad.
Okay, so here's the thing with the movie, right? And I'm not trying to defend it, but I feel like I kind of like the guy they got to direct it. It was his first time directing a feature film, and he was a VFX supervisor at Fox. Because like I was at Comic-Con when they had the panel for it. Back in 2000, I forget, like when the movie came out. 2005 is when the movie came out, I think.
2006.
2006. So this would have been in 2005, I believe. Or maybe it was, I think it was 2005. And so, he's like, it's like the first time directing a movie. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I see the trailer and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, okay.
Wait, what is this?
Aragon, not Aragorn.
Oh, okay.
The
book was really good.
Well, I think a lot of people like the book because they read it when they were younger and they identify with the author's voice because the author was 15 when he wrote the book. But do you know how the book got published?
No.
His fucking parents owned a publishing company.
Oh, that's an easy way to do it.
Yeah. He's like, Mommy, Daddy, I wrote a book, and they're like, that's great, son. Want us to publish it for you? Yeah, please. And it's like, all right. And then
there's a TV series in development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon my Oliver Twist voice.
For Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, interesting.
Like I said, Disney has Percy Jackson, Aragon, and Spider-Man Chronicles.
Damn. So, I mean, I hope they do it justice. That's all I can really say.
Well, let's find out more here. So, an Aragon live action series. I always get that mixed with Aragorn, 'cause, like, it's just
Yeah,
Anyway.
I know.
is in early development at Disney Plus. The series would be based on the Christopher Paolini young adult novels, The Inheritance Cycle, with Aragon being the first of 4 books in the series. According to sources, Paolini will serve as co-writer on the series. Bert Salk will executive produce under his co-lab 21 banner, with 20th television studios television producing. Salke is currently under an overall deal with Disney Television Studios, which 20th TV is a part of. And okay, so yeah, I mean, like, look, the thing is, like, you know, Fox had the rights to this. So when Disney bought Fox, they got the rights to it. So that's how that whole thing came about. And it says here, should the project move forward, it would not be the first time Aragon has been adapted. The book was previously adapted into a film of the same name in 2006, with Ed Spielers as Aragon, Rachel Weisz as the voice of Saphira, Jeremy Irons as Brom, John Malkovich as
Galbatorix?
Galbatorix?
I don't know.
Say that 5 times fast, man. Holy shit. The film was widely panned by critics upon its release and grossed approximately $250 million at the worldwide box office against a budget of $100 million. In 2021, fans of the book began using the hashtag Aragon remake in an effort to get Disney to produce a series version, given their disappointment with the film. I mean, look, if that is a rags to riches hashtag movement underdog story sort of thing, that's interesting. And what else can we bully Disney into making? What do they got that they've just kind of let abandoned? You know,
They'll
What
make
do they
anything
have?
as long. Gargoyles.
we've tried. Oh, we have tried. We have tried.
Oh,
I need
my
it.
God.
We definitely need some gargoyles up in there.
Would
Like,
you-
I don't know how they ever made that for Disney Plus yet. It's like such an
Would you-
easy thing to do.
Would you want it animated or would you want it?
Either or.
Why-
I'd be fine either or. Either
Yeah.
or.
I would be
As long as
fine either or
Gargoyles.
because I'm open to a lot of things, but I still occasionally rewatch the animated series, and I would like to get more of that.
I am I'm going to say I'm a proponent for animation on this front. It's not to say that it wouldn't be cool to see live action, but at the same time, it's like, imagine what you could do with like the Unreal 5 engine.
Oh
and
my God,
and
yeah.
and doing gargoyles within that, like having like the, you know, the crumbling of the castle and things along those lines. And I just feel like animation would be your better bet. I just like a lot of this kind of stuff. You know, look, Chippendale's Rescue Rangers worked out well for the live action adaptation because they were animated and the animated world was a mixture, it was a hybrid, like Roger Rabbit. So on that front, it works because the audience has a basis in reality and then also a foot in fantasy. And it's, you know, and it can work well because it worked with Roger Rabbit. This would be a little bit different. I don't know. I don't know. They could probably do it pretty well live action, but still you would know it's CG.
I mean, wouldn't they look like the Demodogs in like Ghostbuster Afterlife and stuff?
Kinda, yeah, kinda. Although
But
the
just imagine the
demidogs
suit
are from Stranger Things.
Things.
Fuck, what are those little demon dogs?
I know that the demon dog. I think
It
they're
is
called just
Hellhound?
demon dogs. It could be hell. I forget the name of it. Right
Ah,
now.
Supernatural.
So Benson here says Disney are involved with the Gargoyles comic return, so let's hope they use the stories for a new series. Exactly, man. I mean, like, look, if they're gonna go animated, I would prefer to go back to the original art style of the show.
Yeah.
But also it's like, look, because I mean, I'm 40. I grew up with Disney afternoons. You know, I remember watching DuckTales, Tailspin. Where the fuck is Tailspin? God damn it. I would love more Tailspin. Look, the fact that it was Baloo, it was the Jungle Book characters in a steampunk environment. You know, like a Caribbean steampunk environment was like really cool.
Yeah.
And-
I like the Jungle Book.
Just man, when they brought Bonkers in, I thought Bonkers was terrible.
Oh,
Really?
you hated
Yeah, I didn't
that?
really care for Bonkers that
It
much.
wasn't that good.
But Goof,
I think I
Goof
just
Troop
watched
was
it because
awesome.
I didn't sleep when I was a kid, and it was like on at like 3 in the morning or something. They start
Oh,
playing
yeah.
Bonkers.
It's all
You know
like,
what-
well, for those of you awake at 3 a.m, you can either enjoy this or kill yourself.
You know what I am still like really upset about, and it really bothers me that. So I was a huge fan of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, right?
Love
So
it.
like like it was my life. Every Friday night, my mom would put it on, and I would sit there with the little TV. Remember the little TVs that had like the VCR?
Yeah.
I had one of those for myself, and I would sit in front of it, it was a white tape. I don't know if anyone remembers, but there was a special edition Mighty Morphin Power Rangers white edition tape, and you put the tape in, and I would just watch it for hours and hours on repeat. I loved it, and then ever since then, I've wanted a darker take on the Power Rangers. I think the IP could really, really be utilized in a cool way.
Kind of like that fan film that came out a while ago.
That's what I was gonna say. The fan film was one of the best things I've ever seen.
It was pretty legit. That was fire.
Dude, and they got in trouble for that.
Yeah, Lionsgate, because Lionsgate was developing a movie.
Yeah.
And so they got it taken down, but then Adi Shankar was able to get it back up.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
The whole twist about Rita, and I mean, it was so fantastic. I mean, they don't have to go that route, but like making it so that the Power Rangers are like space cops, like that kind of deal. That whole thing I really, really liked. And there was this like big battle going on. And it was everything I ever wanted in the Power Rangers series. And then, they did the whole, what was it, 2016?
2017.
2017. Yeah.
It came out. I saw it for my birthday in 2017.
Not
Okay.
bad.
That's how I know it. I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Not bad. And then the Tommy tease at the end.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
I was so pissed they never made a sequel.
It would have been played by his daughter. Apparently.
They would have changed Tommy to Tammy?
No, it would have been still Tommy.
Oh.
It would have been, but it would have been his daughter who played.
Yeah, Tomi instead of Tommy. I mean, like, I really liked the 2017 movie. I thought the only it was fun. I mean, Elizabeth Banks' Rita Repulsa was definitely an odd casting choice, but she definitely she dove into it, and
the witch aspect of it, like the hovering over the bed and stuff like that shit creeped me out. I was like, this is Rita. Like, she really dove into the role. I thought it could have been cast better, or let me pull a light cast. I thought it should have been casted better. But no, I was happy with what they gave us, and then Bryan Cranston as Zordon, come on.
But Bill Hader was
as
Alpha 5.
Alpha 5?
Alpha 5.
Alpha 5, yeah.
Alpha
yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Now,
like the cast was good. The cast, it was
amazing. And then nothing happens, and Saban sells the Power Rangers back to
now Netflix has them.
Yeah, now Netflix has the
They
Power Rangers.
enlisted someone to do a whole Power Rangers universe stuff, but there's not a single peep about anything.
Yeah, and I'm going to be all over it. So, I mean, the Power Rangers is an IP that, aside from the actual kids show, the IP has not been tapped into the way it should be. If anything, that's the IP you can make a shared universe and be kind of original with. So
I hope they do it. I mean, I would really like to see them kind of, I was talking about this on Twitter the other day. I said, it'd be great if they, give me like a G.I. Joe cinematic universe, like bring G.I. Joe back in a way that actually works. I like the 2 movies that we got for different reasons, but they could have.
What about the Cobra movie or whatever it was?
The Rise of Cobra? Dude, that was Stephen Sommers, man. And I always got a soft spot for Stephen Sommers.
Okay.
Mummy Returns,
Both of those
Van Helsing.
What about Snake Eyes? That
I didn't watch Snake Eyes. I didn't watch that shit.
Well, both of those G.I. Joe movies that came out were so much better than Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes was garbage.
I didn't watch it yet. I just everyone shat on it, and I was like, all right, I'll
he didn't even get into costume until the last minute.
Yeah.
Literally, like not even the last minute, the last frame. He puts the mask on.
Literally.
And then the screen cuts to black and credits. Storm Shadow doesn't become Storm Shadow until like the very end either. It's like, what are we doing?
So does that
What are we
take place
doing?
in that timeline of?
No, it's a reboot.
No, it's a reboot.
Okay, because I didn't understand it. I just went to see it, and I was like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. This looks like a Jason Bourne movie. I mean, that's all I could say about it. It did not resonate with me at all. At all.
I thought I mean, like, yeah, movies like that you can tell are just made to like cash in on the toy line, and that's all. You know,
What
like
about
that's.
Mortal Kombat?
I haven't seen the new one yet.
What?
Yeah.
Disha?
It's a good movie, but like I said, it's a good movie, but bad Mortal Kombat movie.
I haven't seen it yet. I was thinking about watching it for my channel, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. I didn't see the old one yet either. I did have the movie. Like, I remember in my house, we had the actual Mortal Kombat VHS, but never watched it.
Okay, so here's what you do.
Here's a lot of fun.
If the first one is a lot of fun, it's definitely dated by a 90s standard because it was like 95. I was like 95, but it was a really fun movie.
Yeah, think of watching the Power Rangers now. You kind
of like watching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie now. Yeah,
you
have you recently? Because I did about like a month ago, and I still love it.
Dude, I didn't mean to call you dude. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Can I call you? Can I call you D?
Yeah.
All right, D. When they are at the wall, trying to get in, and like that's when they, the monsters start coming out of the cement. Still one of the most epic fight scenes I've ever seen.
The movie? I haven't seen the actual movie in forever, but the first, I think, 2 seasons of the show are with the same people. The same cast as the movie.
Yeah, that's what led into it.
Kimberly. Oh, you guys are talking about Ivan the Ooze?
Oh, dude, Ivan Ooze, best villain of all time.
I saw
Ivan Ooze selling his ooze out to people. It's like, oh gosh.
I remember seeing that at a drive-in when I was like, we saw like that movie was like First Night, I think, was playing at a drive-in outside of Portland in like 95, 96, whenever it came out.
The birds. Those birds. Stupid, like the birds.
Those monkey birds?
The monkey birds, yeah.
The ooze creatures?
I think
didn't Rita Repulsa have like flying monkey birds?
There were flying monkey birds.
No. They were grown from the fucking ooze.
All I remember is there's like a bunch of birds they fought like in civilian clothes. And, like, some bird lady came.
Yeah, they were grown from the ooze. He would spit it out of his nose. Remember?
Oh yeah.
And then they would fucking form and then be like, ah!
Well, the putties, like, are they like?
Oh, I love the putties.
No,
they were kind of like the putties, but
the putties. The putties were the show. The ooze that he spit out of his fucking nose or whatever, spit out of his mouth after he gets out of the egg, is what creates those fucking monkey things. Rita is with Gore. What's his name?
According to I don't remember. It's been so long. I need to watch it again. Is it streaming anywhere? Because like, that could be a fun one.
That could be a fun thing to watch, like with people, like a community watch.
Yeah, like let's watch mid '90s fucking Mighty Morphin. I will say this though,
the rollerblading scene in the beginning, still iconic. Iconic.
I'm trying to remember. Again,
like
it's been so long.
They do like the parachuting down and they roller skate. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking iconic. Tell me it's
I will say though, the aging part of that movie though is like the final battle though, where it's like that CGI Ivan Ooze. The CGI Ivan Ooze, that was like, ooh, that's not age well. It didn't even look good back then, but it really looked good now.
It didn't look good. It did not look good. And when they build the God, my whole Power Rangers lingo is gone. When they build the Megazord, the shots that they're using are so close up, and then they come back out, and it's like this stop motion thing, So I mean, it was the technology at the time. You know, you gotta suspend belief. It's the same thing watching Star Wars.
But I feel like Star Wars still had better effects than fucking that movie. But it is about budget. I mean, look at Jurassic Park CG still holds up.
It
You know,
does.
the effects on Jurassic Park, you know. So
Well, for Jurassic Park, it worked because the close-up shots were of the animatronics.
yeah.
The long shots were the computer generated. So anytime they got close to the dinosaur, like when they first meet the dinosaur in the first the dinosaur that's dying, that's a real fucking animatronic, and like the detail was unbelievable.
Did you guys ever see the image that made its way around Twitter of Spielberg in front of the Triceratops?
Yes.
And someone saying that he shot and killed it on
Yeah.
Safari? And like, oh my God, it's like people are dumb. I just want to point that out. People are dumb.
I love that phase that we went through. It was like, I'm gonna tell my kids this was, you know,
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
whatever. And it's like,
I'm gonna tell my kids this was Drake.
no, it's like with that one, you'd be like, I'm gonna tell my kids this is the Tiger King.
Oh my God.
I do love that doc. I will fully admit that documentary sucked me in.
That is one of the best documentaries ever made because you literally did not know where it was going. Like there was so many twists and turns and fucking, I don't know, that it drew me in just like you just said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if you would have looked up what happened, you would have known. But it's just like the fact that they shot it over 5 years.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend, she's the one. She lived here, and she made me watch it, and she's like, "Oh my, it's all over the internet, yada yada yada." You know, it was during the pandemic and shit, and she's like, "You gotta watch it, you gotta watch it." She had already seen it, but she wanted to watch it again with me, and I had no idea. I was like Tiger King, and then I saw the trailer, and I was like, "Babe, I don't think, I don't think so, honey." I was like, I'll take you on a picnic. I'll do whatever you want, but I don't want to watch that. And we ended up watching it, and I fucking, we put it this way. We didn't stop watching it. We finished it that night.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, I couldn't stop. It ate me up.
Well, did you hear Doc Antiel just got arrested?
Did he finally get arrested?
About fucking time.
Yeah, I think he's like, he got out on bail, but he was arrested.
What they get him for?
I think
that
animal
other
cruelty,
guy,
I think.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God.
That other guy needs to go too.
The guy who ripped off Tiger King?
No. Oh, okay. There's multiple then. I forgot. Sorry. Yes. Jeff needs to go. He needs to go to prison.
Lowe, is that his name?
Jeff Lowe needs to
He
go
doesn't
to prison.
have control of the park anymore. Carol Baskin has it.
Yeah, I know, because she bought it from them, but or no, she seized it from them, I believe. Right?
I don't recall how that happened. Maybe she did. I mean, it's like, you know, everyone's out there going like, did Carol Baskin kill her husband? And Carol Baskin's like, fuck y'all bitches, I'm going on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Like, it was just to me, that is one of the most like American things ever.
They're still they reopened that investigation.
They did, yeah. Dude, if they fucking nail Carol Baskins for like
That
killing
would
her
be
husband, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Hey, she does her vlogs.
I mean, I know she
on,
did the
on YouTube. That's where they get all the footage from her. Is her YouTube blog? Well, a lot of it. She video vlogs on YouTube every single day, and you can go watch it. I commented one time. I said, Carol, I would love to have you on as a guest. Like, I just want to talk to you. I want to hear your side of the story. She fucking deleted the comment.
Yeah, but guess who she did go on with?
Who?
Andy Signor.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Back, 2 years ago, he got her on because she's in the Tampa area and he's in the Tampa area. So, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck that guy, dude.
I know.
I wanted her on, and I was literally just going to ask the question, did you kill your husband? And that was going to be it. No, just kidding. I would have actually interviewed her, but I would have tried to gauge the situation, and then, if I felt necessary, I could be like, hey, there are rumors that, I mean, what would you say about it? And
Yeah.
do it that way. You know me.
Yeah.
but-
I would ask, I'd ask what I could to do for like
Yeah,
leading
yep,
questions, but it's like,
leading questions.
because like I've been listening. I got to go back and finish it, but I was listening to this book on negotiations written by a former FBI hostage negotiator, and it's like one of the best books I've ever listened to. Like it's so cool because like it works, right? Like it
Yeah.
works.
You have to actively listen. You have
Yeah,
to,
it's a lot of like, and I'm like, but I mean, like, I've got a story. I can't tell it. It's just it works. All I'll say is it works. And I have a very
I mean,
real.
waterboarding definitely doesn't work.
No, well, I mean, like fear does one thing, but you can get a lot, more flies with vinegar or honey than vinegar, sort of thing, is how it works out. But it's like, oh, so speaking of true crime, because we were talking about this earlier on your show. So last year, I ended up getting, I covered a missing persons case out of Missouri, and I ended up like getting contacted by the woman who is the accused in this disappearance.
No
And
way.
she wanted to defend herself. She wanted to come out and
Why didn't you do?
I did do it. I did. The
Oh.
problem though is that I also had to in an attempt to kind of vet the situation, I got in contact with like the best friend of the guy who's missing, the one who's like leading the on the ground stuff. And I had interviewed this woman for an hour and a half, and she in my mind I think she did it, right? But I haven't released the audio. And I ended up passing the audio along to the woman who is leading the ground, right? Because I wanted to get her take on it. And she's like, oh my God, she's full of shit, blah, blah, blah. Word ended up getting back to the guy's dad that he wanted to hear the information. He wanted to hear the recording. And I was like, I shouldn't give it to you. I shouldn't even have given it to the other lady. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. And then he played that, like, I just want to know what happened to my kid. Right. And I'm a dad. I'm a dad. So I said, all right. But this doesn't go anywhere. You can listen to it, whatever. Fucker listens to it. Fucker calls her up, threatens to kill her like 3 times in a voicemail.
No.
What?
Turns out he's been in communication with this broad like the entire time. Right. And then at that point, I
What
dipped the
the
fuck
hell?
out. I dipped the fuck out. Right.
Oh,
See,
This was like a
Jesus.
year and a half ago. I'm like, I'm not touching this shit again. All right. You guys are clearly like, I overstepped my bounds with it 100%.
Yep.
But it's like I got played on this one emotionally, and that's where it's like this is where like like you could say YouTube or online like sleuthing could it can get away from you pretty quick, and so it's like because you kind of don't think about it from the perspective of like other people being involved. It's one of the reasons why I won't do that again. However, I got a call yesterday from the dad, and he wants to talk to me about some
Wait.
weird shit, and I'm just like.
Again?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, like I haven't talked to him in a year and a half, and he called me out of the blue, and he's all like, wants to talk to me about some stuff that's going around. I'm like, dude, I haven't paid attention, man. Like, all he said though, because I got the transcript from my Google Voice line, and all he said in it basically was like, the FBI has everything now, and I'm like, that means the FBI has my recording.
FBI has your voice now.
The
FBI
well, I'm already registered with the FBI when I was a security guard at a casino. So they've already got my fingerprints, man.
The
I'm already
FBI
in the
will
system.
arrest Matt Charbo any minute now.
Basically.
You know
yeah,
what
they're-
will happen is
Hey, can I talk to
Keemstar
you guys
Keemstar will
about-
call the FBI on you.
Can I talk to you guys about something?
What's up?
All right.
What's up, Ty? You can tell us anything.
2 things.
Open up to us.
After the show, I want anyone who is interested in UFOs or anything like that to stay after the show. I've been in contact with Kevin Day, who was on the USS Princeton and tracked the Tic Tac UFOs. He was the one on in control of the radars and missiles. So I was talking to Jarbo about it. He's in almost every documentary that there is about
Mhm.
UFOs because he's a 20-year military veteran and was tracking 12 to 15 objects that were dropping from the outer perimeter of space all the way down to the ocean sea level and coming back up and down and doing maneuvers that are impossible for any human craft. So Kevin scrambled jets. That's his job. He's the commander. He scrambles jets. That's Commander Fravor. Commander Fravor gets in a dogfight with this Tic Tac craft. Let's not call it a UFO. Let's call it a UAP. It's not an alien. We don't know that. It's just a craft that we don't know what it is. It had no rivets, no nothing. But I reached out to him. He sent me some documents that he's going to let me go public with, and I would like to run them by you guys. They are very, very interesting, and they are written by a 20-year military veteran who has no reason to lie. Like, he doesn't make money off of any of it. He's offering this information for free just so the general public will know. But I just want to get it out there, guys. Like, people, I've been doing
What's his
some.
name?
Kevin Day. You can verify his credentials, everything. Anyone here can look him up, verify his credentials, who he was. He was on the USS Princeton, who is in an airstrike battle group with the USS Nimitz in 2004 off the coast of San Diego. If you need any
Nope,
more
yep,
information,
legit.
I will tell you all the information you need.
Okay. I mean,
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'll probably be wrapping up here in a few just because it is.
Well, second thing.
Yeah.
Second thing is, I forgot.
All right. Well, real quick, because it is on the thumbnail, I will probably end up changing the thumbnail before the end of the day.
Because it's been a very weird
it's
stream.
gone all over the place here. But I did want to quickly touch upon the fact that we've got Black Panther: Wakanda Forever received 172 million views in its first 24 hours, coming in a little underneath. Well, actually, I'd say a pretty decent amount underneath Thor: Love and Thunder.
Well, Infinity War too.
Yeah, I mean,
it's one of the top-rated trailers. I mean, dude, this thing blew up on Twitter. I think it has like 40 million views on Twitter already. It's like the most liked trailer they've ever posted, ever. So, I mean, I said this earlier. I'm just gonna jump into this. I think this is probably one of the best trailers they've ever made.
Yeah,
in terms of like a teaser trailer, this is one of the best they've ever done.
Absolutely, I really like the trailer quite a bit. I do feel ultimately that they're in a position where it's like, I think this movie's going to make more money than Thor: Love and Thunder.
I think this is probably going to be the first $1 billion Marvel film of the year.
Yeah. I mean, Marvel hasn't cracked $1 billion yet since
no, Doctor Strange got really close.
Since Endgame.
Well, we're talking about Marvel Studios or like
yeah, we're talking Marvel Studios. We're talking
No Way Home, right?
Well, Far From Home and No Way Home both cracked $1 billion. And while those are produced by Marvel Studios,
so not the actual Marvel proper films. And yeah, the last one's been Endgame, yeah.
So I mean, they definitely like those. I mean, I think Black Widow is going to be great. I'm looking for Black Panther. Jesus Christ, I do want to see the Guardians trailer when the full thing comes out. And because I saw there was an article today where it's like, I think it was Inside the Magic that was trying to like say that fans were pissed off at the shit.
Because they wanted the trailer and James Gunn.
Or it was like there was like a change that was made and it like angry. I don't know. I can't follow this shit anymore.
Inside the Magic's clickbait though, so yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a little crazy there. So why don't we? It's 11:15. Why don't we start winding it down a little bit? But Daisha, let me ask you. So to kind of since you are a guest here tonight, and I feel like we've gone all over. Again, this is what happens on Hollywood After Dark. We literally travel everywhere.
This is the weirdest WAD episode.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's gotten fucking weirder. It's absolutely gotten weirder. However, I don't bust out the Porn MD website very often. I think it's funny, but like I don't pull it out very often. God, that's
we know Jesus. You don't.
Anyway, so what is it like on your channel? You do you do reactions or do you do reviews or what exactly is it that you focus on?
Yeah, I do reactions for movies and TV shows and trailers. I like watching things, so I figured maybe people want to watch them with me.
That's nice. That's good. And how long have you been doing it?
January of last year is when I
Hey,
started, and
she
then like for the first 5 or 6 months, I just didn't do anything, and then after that, I really started pushing things out, and then I watched Chucky last year, the TV show, and that really helped my channel a lot.
yeah, girl got 4,000 subs, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I can't wait. That's why I'm so glad that I get to work, you know, at least in collaboration with her, because you know she got talent.
Yeah, I'm putting her link in the chat right now. If you guys want to
Yeah.
go give her a
I
check
wanted to
out.
ask. Well, I wanted to
Thank
ask real
you.
quick in regards to like copyright, especially on YouTube. How have you kind of like circumnavigated that? Because I know copyright and just the whole wave reactions
Watch
are kind
it.
of like weird. You
It
know?
Watch it.
takes a lot of practice. My first month doing it, I reacted to the Netflix show Fate the Winx Club, which was fucking trash. But
Right.
I never even ended up getting those videos online. I couldn't get past copyright. And then I took some time and started with some trailers. And trailers, it's usually you get them past except specific people like Universal. I'm fucking looking at you and every single one of my Jurassic World ones. They copyright. But like certain ones you're never gonna get past.
Universal and
Universal's
Lionsgate, I've heard are
really
the
hard.
worst. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Universal
like,
Lionsgate are really bad.
but with my shows and movies, a lot of the times I don't ever get copyright on them. Like maybe out of every like 1 out of every 20 videos I post will get a copyright, and usually it's only for like 5 or 10 seconds, and I can easily get that like take that out.
Or
But
Wow,
Yeah.
a lot of the
that's
time,
crazy.
for video, I don't post more than 7 seconds at a time. The audio I'll let run maybe 10 to 15 seconds. I play more audio if you can see me and not the video. I make sure whatever I watch, like if it's an hour long, I'm only at the most going to
uh-oh.
make my
Uh-oh.
video like 12 minutes to 14-ish.
Okay, you're cutting out a little bit, Disha.
It's
The
StreamYard.
movie and
StreamYard
TV
does
show.
that.
Oh,
So
you
it's
were
like-
cutting out a little bit.
Oh, it's like a lot of practice. 7 seconds for video, maybe 10 seconds for audio. For anything music, I only stick to like 6 seconds because I get kind of pissy about that, especially with the Batman. But it's just
So
it's a
basically,
lot
it's
of
a lot
practice.
of
But you
editing
can,
tricks. Yeah.
yeah, and you can get past it. There's some people that are like, you're never gonna make money. And it's like, no, you just have to be smart about how much you use. Like if it's an hour show, my videos 15 minutes at the most. I'm only using maybe at the most 5 to 7 minutes of the actual movie footage in it. The rest is me talking. Like it's a lot. You
she
have
does
to work it, and you have
she-
to talk a lot about the show so that people don't really notice they're not seeing the show; they're seeing you.
Yeah, there's a woman that I got recommended. I forget the name of the channel, but she does like first time watching, and it's very similar to that. And that
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
what mine is. It's first time watching.
it inspired me to try that myself. And I was like, I showed RJ and Kate, and I like did a little thing. I was like,
Yeah,
man, with
you had
the
like
editing,
a test run. Yeah.
I did a test run with it for the opening of Terror on the Prairie, which it's an interesting movie, but whatever. But I was like, man, this like I'm like the fucking editing kills me. So, you know,
It takes me about an hour to edit 10 minutes of footage. So when
Okay.
I watched the Batman, that was like what 3 hours long.
Yeah,
It took
like, but how
forever
many-
to edit.
and how many views did you get on that?
My Batman one did pretty okay for me. They
Her-
fucked me with copyright though, so I had to take that one down halfway through. Batman.
she
So
it
I
look-
have 2 videos. My first Batman one got me 6. Oh, my first Batman video got me 7,000. Then I had to take it down because they copyrighted me for 7 seconds of song that was covered by me making a joke about seeing pizza pies and bats in the skies and shit. And they copyrighted me for that. My second one got 9,000 views. Then right like a month later, they uncopyrighted my fucking first one. Or they released a claim on my first one.
Wow.
Well, now
So
they're
between
changing
them,
it.
I got like about 12,000 views. 12,
Okay.
13,000 views.
Because they what is it? They changed it now to where instead of being 30 days on the claim, it's now 7 days.
yeah, 7
For,
days.
So they've-
if
they-
you, for the like the what's the appeal. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like the second step, which people don't do the second step because if you do and they push back, I don't have money to go to court. So it's like they'll just give me a strike.
Well, the thing is they won't sue you. Like, right? It's like the thing is like if you appeal it a second time, they have to sue you. That's kind of where it's
Yeah,
at.
well,
like,
or they can tell them they can still give me a copyright strike if they deny it again. And I'm
Oh,
like, I'm not
okay.
going to chance my channel getting a copyright strike because you guys are being a fucking asshole. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
sound with
I've
the
just gotten
risk.
so good at doing, I don't really get copyright strikes anymore. Like the last thing I got a copyright strike.
I sent Matt a picture of like your layout of your channel, like how you put the box there, and she does it very very quickly. Like
Yeah, I've got her channel up on my
Yeah.
and I've been taking a look at it real quick. So yeah.
Yeah,
It's
my last video that got taken or that was now ineligible for monetization copyright claim is April 28th, and it's Jurassic World Dominion trailer. And that's Universal. They will always get you.
Yeah,
But-
it's always Universal and Lionsgate, always.
Well,
And then before that was March 12th with The Boys.
yeah,
Really? The trailer. And I'm
Really?
like,
Did
that's
Amazon
fine.
give you trouble?
yeah.
Oh.
Well, Amazon took it a lot more seriously this year. 'Cause
They did
I
on
got
my Lord of the Rings one or Secret. What's that? I don't know what the new movie's
Rings
called.
of Power.
Ring of Power.
Yeah, they didn't for me on that one.
it's very difficult. Like I know do you know, have you ever heard of CZ's World?
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that channel.
So I know Zach. I know I've known him for a few years. He sent me I hit him up like a little bit ago, and I'm like, how do you deal with the copyright? And he's like, oh, here you go. And he just like sends me this document that he sends back to them and everything else. So I can forward that off to you if you want to check it out.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So because he hooked me up on that one. He's a cool dude. And but yeah, like I know a bunch of people that just like that deal with it all the time. Like I think one of the interesting things is like older movies don't get hit as much. And that's kind of
Yeah.
what I'm noticing right now with like what people are into, like reviewing older movies. It's not like, because the newer stuff, like if it's anything like in the last like 10 years, it's kind of considered newer, and people aren't really going to be like, it's fresher in their mind. But if you go back and review stuff that's like old horror, a lot of people are going to find that interesting because there's actually like a group for it. You know what I mean? So it's
I'm
like,
gonna
it's
start watching Chucky soon on my channel because I've seen the first season of Chucky, but
Yeah.
the only Chucky movie I've ever seen was Seed of Chucky, and I saw that when it came out, so I was like a little tiny kid.
that's okay. That's Seed of Chucky. That's an
Oh.
old one.
That
Wait,
is
Yeah, so
how,
I'm like, I
wait.
have to go
How
back to
old
that
are
old
you?
one.
How old are you?
Oh my god, how old do you think I am?
I was going to say 25.
Ah, thanks.
I'm
I'm
assu-
31.
Oh, 31. Okay. I'm
What?
40.
Yeah.
So I was like, because Seed of Chucky came out like,
I'm 29. Yeah.
that came out, I think like not, I don't know. I remember because
man,
I saw
thought-
Bride of Chucky in theaters, like when I was like 17.
Man, I thought
Seed of
like
Chucky came out in
me and Kate-
2004.
Yeah, me
Oh
and
my
Kate
God,
are still
that's
the
a long
youngest
time
ones,
ago.
man. I was hoping like get some more young bloods, like some like like I'm like 23, and everyone like makes.
Yeah,
fun
you're
of me.
acting like fucking 29 to 30 is
Young
old.
Young
I'm
blood.
not
No.
old.
You say it more like
No.
everyone like makes. fun of
Young
me.
blood. What are you
Me?
like,
I-
dude? You live in Alabama. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, her, and we have youth on our side. So
I have age, which comes with wisdom, and a
yeah.
lot of gray facial hair. So fuck that.
No, that facial hair's turned white, buddy.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's
way.
yeah. Oh, trust me. It's
And
like
Well,
I'm
Tisha,
messing. I'm
Tisha.
messing.
Mhm.
Disha, so when you get a copy, like say they hit you with a copyright claim, doesn't affect your channel. It's 10 seconds long. I mean, it's not like you have to really pull in like what 30, 40,000 views per episode for advertisements to actually make money.
no. You can if you can make some money off if people actually watch it and they're engaged in it and you have ads placed at the right place.
Yeah.
You can make money. I did a true crime video. I made like $10 off it. Had like less than 1,000 views. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It
like,
just depends
my-
on yeah. Sorry.
My Chucky 2 trailer, that's a 6-minute video of me talking about the trailer for Chucky 2. Only 1,500 people watched it, or 1,600 people, and I made $2. And I'm like, I made $2, and that video literally took me maybe altogether like 20 minutes to film, edit, and post.
Yeah.
Good
So
job.
I'm like,
I had
and I'm
I
like,
had
$2, that's fine. Like
This is
it's
true.
not a big deal.
I had a guy yesterday who's a frequent watcher of the channel. He's a channel member. He's a nice guy. Actually, give me a super thanks for $50
Yo,
on a-
I got one yesterday too, Jarbo.
on a YouTube short.
I only got $5 though. You got 50.
I got 5 the day. I got 5 the day before, and then the guy on Super. I'm like, damn, dude. Like I never thought about I was like,
What is it?
it's super chats, but for it's
Well,
a tip.
Okay. So
It's just a tip.
what's the other thing though where
It's just
you
a
know
tip.
no
It's
where
just a
where
tip.
where it asks everybody in the audience now about gifting subscriptions.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can.
kind of like Twitch.
Yeah, you can do that now. I have no idea how it works.
No one knows how it works. That's the problem.
They're not
So-
like they put out these new features, but they're not as good as advertising them to the basic viewers, which pisses me off because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think
Or
like most
what if-
people don't even know that they can do the super thanks or the thanks for videos that aren't live.
Right.
Yeah,
Well-
I mean,
well,
it's
what-
cool. Like it's really cool, but it's like, it's crazy. Like, I mean, the gifting thing's cool
about-
too. So
What about the fact that you can't subscribe to it? I mean, you can't join a channel on an iPhone. It makes no sense.
that's
That's
actually because of a Google and iTunes were fighting. iTunes. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's how this works. If you are, I don't know if it still works now, but if you are watching this on an iPhone or an iDevice of some kind, don't give a super chat
Yeah.
through that device because
Because
not only
Apple
does YouTube
takes it,
they take their 30%,
so you get 30.
and then YouTube takes their 30% of whatever's left. So you figure, okay, if it's $5, 30% of that is what, 170, and that goes to fucking Apple, and then 30% of 350 is 45 cents. So that ends up going to YouTube, and you get about what, 295, I think, maybe 290, whatever, right? So it's like you get like almost half, a little over half
Yeah.
of that $5
no,
because of
no,
the
no,
because of
no,
the fees.
No. So
Yes.
5 minus 3%
30%.
minus 3%.
Yeah.
Oh, 30%. What am I doing?
Sorry, $1.50. Okay, so
5 minus 30% minus 30%. You get $1.05.
no, you get $2.45.
$2.45. That's such horseshit.
Well, that's what it was. Is Fortnite, is Epic took iTunes to court over that, and I think Google did as
Oh, yeah.
well because of the
A bunch
fees.
of people took Epic Games to court with that, and like Apple, all mobile devices banned Epic Games off of their device, and then just recently they unbanned them, but like because of their taking money from people,
Yeah.
lots of money.
It's a lot of money to be made. I mean, so that's the kind of the whole point that there was like a lot of people listen mobile. I always listen mobile these days, but they want to get you, they want to nickel and dime you every chance that they get, and that's where we're kind of stuck in the lurch because it's like, well, we can't really do much about it.
Well,
But that's anyway, that's kind of the whole aspect of it there. But
last thing. Spotify opened video for anybody that uses Anchor to upload their podcast, and you can automatically from day one monetize your podcast, and Spotify gives you the video. I am recommending it to most people because I think there's going to be a shift. YouTube is not because Spotify wants to be an audio video company, not just an audio company. They want to be a media conglomerate. So I'd say get in on Spotify now while you can. Start putting videos up. Like if you do a long 2-hour podcast, even if it's a panel, put it on fucking Spotify. What could happen? It doesn't hurt.
I mean, yeah, if you got it, do it. I mean, if you can run it through Anchor, which is nice, if you can get it set up that way. I mean, like I've been getting downloads on my Weird Stories podcast and everything else, but like they're not opening up monetization for it. I think it's because of the subject material, but that's okay too. Because I'm building up the TikTok with that.
I get more downloads on my podcast than on YouTube. Like the audio of my show does way better.
Yeah.
It's
I
weird.
get that. I get that. It's all pretty crazy on that one. But I should talk about the missing 411. No. That I need to, I mean, I've looked into it. It's not that I'm not against it. It's maybe one day.
What is that?
It's, if I remember, it's missing 411 is children in the wilds of missing children in the wilds of North America, right? It's the chronicles the unsolved yet eerily similar disappearances of 5 children in the wilds of North America across multiple decades.
Damn.
It's a series of books and a film. So people who've gone missing in national parks. And I live in, the Northwest, so we have a lot of national parks up here. Daisha, you're from Florida, right?
I'm from New Hampshire. I just moved to Florida like 6 months ago.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I know. I told her that. I said, hey, I texted her. I said, where do you live? And she said, she said Florida. And I said, would you ever come back here? And she's like, I hope not. I was like,
I
what?
fucking hated New Hampshire.
Well,
I hated
no,
it so much.
you should have came to Boston.
No, I didn't. I don't like snow. I don't like being cold. And my birthday's in February, so every year I just had a shit birthday. Now I'm down here, and you know what I did this year for my birthday? I went to Universal. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, on that front, I get that. My girlfriend was
that.
my girlfriend. Like, we just found out that like, so a house, a nice house 2 houses down from us was built a couple years ago. They sold it for $900,000, right? Like,
Yeah.
our property value has skyrocketed. The neighbors behind us are selling because they're retiring, and it's like their house is selling right now for over $800,000. And they have a nice property and everything else. It's like, our place is not as good as theirs, but like our property value is like really good. And my girlfriend's like, how would you like to move to Florida? And I'm like, what part of me has ever been like, yeah, humidity. let's do humidity and Floridians. And she's like, yeah, but like Orlando areas, because she wants to be close to like Port Canaveral to go cruising and everything else. Because we just did a cruise to Alaska last month. We took the kids. That was a lot of fun. And so she wants to like, head out that way. And I'm like, I would have to go out there to see it. Like, I'm not against it necessarily, but again, it's that humidity that I just don't like.
Yeah, it's humid. It's real fucking bad. I love
Yeah.
it though. And I really like the rain. I like theme parks.
Doesn't
and I like it being
rain
really
on and
hot.
off?
It rains like every day. We have like thunderstorms every day. It's great.
That's awesome.
Oh my, well, yeah.
So
See,
now I have an excuse to come down and go to Universal.
You never need an excuse to go to Universal. You just go because it's so fun.
No, because I can't go alone. Now we can go film it, and it'd be like super fun.
I went to Universal alone on my birthday. Like, my cousins live down here.
Oh,
and my
went-
family does, and they all wanted to go with me. And I'm like, no, I'm going by myself because I
Yeah.
want to do exactly what I want to do, and I
When
don't
you
need anyone
want.
telling me like, hurry up, we got to go on rides or whatever. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna walk really slow. I'm gonna go back to my car a few times during the day so I can get baked, so I can walk around the park. And I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy my day, and I did. It was great.
Yeah, I went to Universal. Well, it wasn't Florida, but it was Hollywood. So I was in Hollywood, and I took the Amtrak from Oceanside. Well, whatever it was. This is years ago.
Oh,
I took the Amtrak to Union Station, I think it's called, in LA. What's the big train station?
yeah, it's
in LA?
Union Station.
Yes.
Union,
I got off there, and then
the red line.
and then I got on the red line, and then it brought me to the where Universal is. I had to walk a little bit, and then I got to Universal. It's up on like a little hill. You could see the fucking castle. It's amazing, beautiful stuff. But there's fucking junkies and spray paint everywhere. The first thing I saw when I got into Union Station was 4 people on the ground, handcuffed by the police. That was
Union Station is crazy.
yeah, that was the first thing
No,
I
Union
saw.
Station ain't as bad as going to the Greyhound Station in South LA.
Oh,
All right, like that
the
place
Union-
is fucking wild.
I mean, like, the craziest thing I've seen is legit 2 homeless people throw trash cans at each other. And they're like, take your trash, idiot. And they're like, no, you take yours.
Dude, I once saw a homeless lady piss on the sidewalk in front of Mel's Drive-In on
Oh
the
my
corner of Hollywood and Highland at 2 p.m. on a Thursday. I was leaving.
Yeah, that's rough.
I was like, I looked over at her. This is so funny too, because I was leaving Marianne Williamson's house. If any of you guys remember the presidential candidates from a couple years ago, she was one of the presidential candidates. Marianne Williamson. I actually was her videographer for like a few months in LA. And then I was leaving her place and like saw some lady piss on the sidewalk. It kind of summarizes LA, right? I was just at this like $1.5 million condo overlooking downtown LA and like Hollywood Boulevard and stuff from the west side. And then I'm coming back through downtown to cut up to North Hollywood, and there's a woman just pissing on the sidewalk. It just,
Hey, that's the life.
hey, it's Los Angeles.
What a great thing to come back to. Wow.
It's fantastic. But all right, guys, on that note, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to wrap this thing up.
All right,
But I appreciate Ty and Daisha coming on. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Hopefully we weren't too weird for you, Daisha. I know.
No, just the right amount of weird.
Good.
Good.
So yeah, anytime you want to come back up, let me know.
She's gonna fit in around here just fine.
That's okay. That's like, I get it.
If she can handle Hollywood After Dark, she can handle anything.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's chill. It's low key.
Yeah, but porn's the
This one-
first thing.
yeah.
Porn's the first thing you talk about, and then the last thing you talk about is Universal. It's a very varied topic set.
Yeah, wait till we get into politics. Yay. No.
Yeah.
Anyone. So thank you guys very much for coming on. Be sure to check out Dacia's channel. And I don't know. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night or not. I do need a night off. I've been on for multiple days straight.
Yeah.
And I will talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great night, and peace the fuck out.